In this video, we're going to be talking about ringless voicemail. We're going to talk about what it is, the opportunity that you have in your business, how it can help you close more deals, and the risk you run if you use it the wrong way. For the best marketing and tech advice for real estate investors, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when we publish new videos every Monday. So before we talk about how to use ringless voicemail, let's first discuss what it is and the opportunity that it presents you as a real estate investor. So ringless voicemail, just like it sounds, is the ability to leave a voicemail for a contact or for a lead or a prospect that you have without actually calling them, without actually ringing their phone. So they'll see that they have a missed call and they will then see that they have a voicemail. So you can actually make, some people call them voicemail drops, some people call them slide dials, we call them ringless voicemails. It's all the same technology, but what it allows you to do is to reach either one individual contact or a group of contacts and leave them a voicemail. So think about email blasts or text blasts. It's like that, but for voicemail. So what is the opportunity here that you have? So with ringless voicemail, you can send these messages to people that you have already come in contact with. Many times these are seller leads that you have that might have gone cold, or they might also be people that are on your cash buyers list, or if you have a tenant waiting list and you get a new property that's available that's going to become vacant soon, you can send a ringless voicemail to your entire list and let them know that a property is going to be available shortly. Now, this is a great way to stay in contact with your leads and your prospects and to re-engage cold leads, but there's also a risk you run if you do it the wrong way. So there are literally attorneys across the country that are soliciting consumers, educating them about ringless voicemail and about how if their rights are violated as a consumer, that they have the ability to sue the business who sent them the ringless voicemail, $1,500 per ringless voicemail. Now, I don't tell you that to scare you, but I just want to educate you and make sure that you know how to use ringless voicemail the right way. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty cut and dry. You have to have permission to send ringless voicemails to a list of contacts. That means you cannot go to list source, or you can't go and skip trace a list, upload it to your CRM, and all of a sudden blast those people without their permission with ringless voicemails. That is technically against the law. It's not compliant, and you do run the risk of major fines. So knowing that, how can you use ringless voicemail in your business to help you close more deals, to stay engaged with your prospects, all while staying compliant? For starters, you have to make sure that you have permission. So what that means is if somebody comes to your website and they opt in, if you're using an BlackBook website, or many other website builders have the ability to do this as well, you can put a little disclaimer below the web form when they opt in, and it's basically going to say, I agree to be contacted by XYZ company, and I'm aware that these calls may be computer assisted. And if you're using BlackBook websites, we have the language built in. So automatically when you're capturing leads, you're going to have permission to send them ringless voicemail. So what can you do with that lead once you capture it? Well, let's assume that this is a seller lead. This will be our first scenario that we're going to talk about. So after they fill out a form on your website, you could send them a ringless voicemail a couple minutes after they opt in, and this can be done automatically. And that ringless voicemail will basically just let them know that you got their information, you're working on their cash offer, and you're going to be reaching out soon. So what this does is it kind of bridges the gap between the time that they opt in and the time that you're able to actually physically pick up the phone and call them, because those are crucial. That's a crucial time, because they're probably going and talking to other competitors as well, especially if they're Googling how to sell my house fast in XYZ market. Your website's probably not the only one that they're stumbling upon. So if you can reach out and touch them, whether it be with a ringless voicemail or a text message, the likelihood of you actually qualifying that lead goes up tremendously. Now, let's say that same lead doesn't answer the phone when you call them, and maybe 15, 30, 45 days have passed. You could send them another ringless voicemail to let them know that you have their offer waiting for them. You just haven't been able to get in contact with them. So what this is doing is it's re-engaging your past leads that you've generated, And so now you're able to spark that conversation again. So many times people just get busy. So maybe 30 days goes by, 45 days goes by, a few months goes by. Maybe the motivation wasn't quite high enough at the time that they opted in. They just might have wanted to see what the offer might be, but they never answered the call when you called them. So you can set up a drip campaign. In REI BlackBook, we call them workflows, where every 30 to 45 days, a ringless voicemail automatically gets sent. And that's just staying in contact with them and staying top of mind. This will help you close more deals from the leads that you're already generating. All right, so that's how you could use ringless voicemail on the seller side. Let's talk about on the disposition side. So if you're going to sell your properties, or if you're wanting to rent out properties that you have, ideally you're building some sort of a cash buyers list, or maybe you have a tenant waiting list. If that's the case, they've most likely opted in on your website, where they might have said, yes, I want to join your buyers list, or yes, I want to join your waiting list. That means you have permission to reach out and contact them. So when a new property is available, if you're a wholesaler and you got a property in your contract, then you can send a ringless voicemail out to all of your buyers list to give them the rundown on the deal. If you have a property that you know is going to be vacant in the next 2 or 3 months, then you can send a ringless voicemail to your entire tenant waiting list, letting them know that a new unit in the building at 123 Main Street is now available. What this is going to do is it's going to keep your buyers list or your waiting list engaged. Even if they're not ready to buy a house right then, or if they're not ready to rent a property from you right then and there, they know that you're actively doing deals, you actively have inventory, and it will help you either sell your deals faster or get your rental units rented out faster, which is going to dramatically reduce your vacancy rate, which helps you increase your profits. And it also helps build up demand if you're a wholesaler, because you know that you have a big list of buyers that are waiting for you to close more deals. And again, I just want to emphasize both of these, or all of these scenarios that we just went through, you have permission to send these people the messages, to send these people the ringless voicemails. Now, if you're going and you're just buying a list, or you're scrubbing Zillow and you're uploading them to a CRM and you're blasting them, that is spam, that is against the law, and you do run the risk of being sued. And again, you can be sued at the time of this recording up to $1,500 per ringless voicemail that you send, and that can add up quickly. So let me ask you a question. Do you have a list of contacts that have already opted in? Maybe these are your past seller leads that have gone cold on you. Maybe it's a cash buyers list. Maybe it is a waiting list for your rental properties. If you've got this list and you've got permission, then ringless voicemail is a great way to reach out and stay in contact with them and reignite that relationship and get a conversation started. And it's going to help you set more appointments. It's going to help you sell more properties, and it will help you get your vacancy rate way down because you're building up demand for your properties. So if you'd like to learn more about ringless voicemail and how REI BlackBook can help you implement this in your business, then click the link below this video. There's going to be a quick 5-minute demo video that you can watch. And if you'd like, you can sign up for a free demo call where we can walk you through how using ringless voicemail in your business can help you close more deals. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you get notified every Monday when we publish new videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.